Мне интересно только одно теперь. Что же там внизу? Что же там внизу?
You there? Where did you come from?
What are you talking about? I've never met you. You're right. I was. How could you have possibly known that?
Я путешественник во времени.
Is that some kind of sorcerer? Well, I don't want any trouble. Let me get out of your way. Let's forget this happened, shall we?
Так, что там обновилось-то? Потом, я хочу сюда сразу. У меня броня теперь есть. И я хочу узнать, что ж там такое. Ну-ка, как это все смотрится? Чё, у меня мышь-то не поворачивается? Кошмар какой. Блестит все, блин. Так, ну и что ж там внизу-то такое? Да, но уже у него нету шлемака. Так, мне куда, собственно? Может, просто порыгнуть тут? Не это, не выдумывать. Кругами-то попусты зачем нарезать? Пойду сразу к цели. Только у меня другой этот квест активирован. Но радиация не действует. Оба-на. Ту-ду-ду-ду-ду. Ту-ту-ту-ту-ду-ду. Фига себе. И чё это?
And here you are. I've been waiting for you, Dovahkiin.
Арбитр.
Of course. To me, your memories are an open tome. To begin with, I know you have taken many lives in cold blood. And I know you are a brazen thief, compulsively stealing from your own kind, without remorse or restraint. Liar. I know the blood of the beast flows in your veins.
А вот это уже неправда.
Liar. I also know you have come from the future.
Да блин, он все знает.
And why is that? Is your desire for power so great that you would break even the laws of time for it? It makes no difference. You will not take it from me. You would not be so foolish as to break my law. I see the kind of person you are. My law is the only thing keeping you and your kind from descending into chaos. I mean, my law. I made it because your kind would be incapable of order, of peace, without it. That makes me the Arbiter. I am also the founder. I discovered this site millennia ago, and the deposit of Ethereum beneath us. I laid the foundations, and I watched my children grow and learn and use the Ethereum to create marvels, technological wonders. But they grew quarrelsome and used their knowledge to create weapons to use against their own kind, and worse, their own father. So I confiscated their weapons and declared my law that each and every one of my children would live in perfect order, or they would not live at all. And here I am, millennia later, still waiting for children worthy of this city. And for my patience, it seems my reward is a visit from you, Dovahkiin. Well, why have you traveled through time to come here? What is it you seek?
Ну-ка. Ух ты. Ух ты.
Now, where were we?
Круто же.
If only you could read my memories as I read yours. Very well. Ask your questions. You flock here, your kind, like moths to a flame, driven by greed and the lust for power. You are warned about my law, and when you disobey, and you always disobey, you force my hand, bringing death upon yourselves. So you ask if I am the one killing your kind, and I say no, you kill yourselves. I am merely the means by which you do it. "2,000 years in your terms, but time is different down here. I count time in waves, generations, civilizations. You and your kind up above are number 322. You wish to be ageless, like me. In truth, time passes differently in here. It would take an eternity just to explain it to you. It is not my place to reveal that secret to you, Dovahkiin. But when they moved on from this world, I was left behind. You see, the energy that has sustained me all this time, it anchored me here. I could not leave this place if I wanted to. So I see. Now, state your purpose here.
Так, а вот сейчас я должен засейвиться по-хорошему. И посмотреть, к чему приведут все эти варианты.
Now, where were haunted by your sins, Dovahkiin. Yet, I acknowledge your heroic deeds too, Slayer of the World Eater. Very well, I will listen. Choose your next words carefully, Dovahkiin. What is it that you made worse? You admit to breaking my law. In the future, at least this explains why you traveled back in time. I warn you, tread carefully. Everything I have done here, everything I have done, has been, I thought that if I could create peace here, create order, that I could prove to the world that such a thing is possible, and they might follow. When the first of your kind disobeyed my law, I was disappointed. But I thought, if I was patient, the next wave might fare better. But that wave met the same fate, and the next wave after that. They betrayed me, and I had no choice but to wipe the slate clean. But the more I failed, the more firmly I had to believe that I would be vindicated one day. But I have suspected for a long time that day would never come. And now I see it never will. There is no place for peace and order in this world. I will stop. From this point forward, your kind will be free to live how they choose, in whatever chaos and squalor they create for themselves. I will destroy this Ethereum to ensure your kind can never exploit it, and you may all return to the world of man, should you wish. But I warn you, Dovahkiin, making these changes will create a paradox in time. The events that brought you here will never have taken place. What will become of you is difficult to predict, but that is the risk you have taken by interfering with the past. Now, are you ready? Goodbye, Dovahkiin.
Нифига себе. Круто, блин.
Hey, you startled me there. Wait, I know you. You're... No, that can't be right. For a moment there, I thought you were... You know, the one the statue was meant to honor.
Cassia! Oh, I completely forgot. I asked her to wait for me at the top of the lift, and... I guess I got so tied up in this place that I lost track of time.
I'd better head back up and let her know I'm all right. Hey, do you want to come with me? We can chat along the way. Great. Follow me. Let's run back up, shall we? Don't want to keep my sister waiting any longer. So...
Это я, что ли? Это я. Ой,
I guess it's been... What?
Это
A few days.
статую поставили.
I'll be honest.
Круто.
I came down here looking for a haul I could unload on the next merchant I met. I just wasn't expecting to find a thriving city, and the history of this place is amazing. Did you know that up until about 7 years ago, they had what they called the Dwarves' Law? Apparently there were inscriptions warning that if one person committed a crime, everyone else would pay for it.
Подожди, я хочу поговорить.
They were all trapped.
Yeah, is there something you want?
So they lived in fear that someone
So, you heard about that, did you? Well, I went back to Markarth for a bit, but
strange woman appeared
there's no there for me. So I wound up back here. Still getting used to the new Jarl. But Gulver's an alright sort. Got everybody working now, which is fair. At least I get a good night's sleep.
People saw her walk into this quarry, into a field of deadly radiation, like it was nothing, like it hadn't killed people before her. And then the ground started shaking, and golden statues were collapsing, and inscriptions were crumbling all over the city, all at the same time.
And the sun under the ground, which used to light up the entire cavern, bursts into flame and explodes.
And strangest of all, the cavern roof opens up like the petals of a flower, and there's real sunlight for the first time in thousands of years. So of course, people start wondering...
Hey, I recognize you. You're the one who ruined this place 7 years ago. I work in a bloody quarry now, thanks to you.
Was she still alive?
Came here to gloat, did you? Well, go on. Look at me. Working the mines like a peasant. And did you hear Saphira left me at the first chance she got? Is that what you wanted to hear? Are you happy now? Get lost. You sicken me.
Поучительный эпизод, что рабство и не свобода лучше, чем свобода. Так, а ты?
You're the one from the statue. I've been well, thank you very much. As a matter of fact, I went back to Solitude to rejoin the Imperial Legion not long after the city opened up. Believe it or not, I completed 3 tours of duty, but then I took an arrow to the... well, to cut a long story short, they made me retire. So I came back here. Best city in all of Skyrim, if you ask me, now that bloody Dwarves' Law is gone. You deserve a medal for what you did. But this'll have to do. Here, take this. A small token of my appreciation. You'll always be welcome here.
Схема добавлена. 5 лет делать, что ли, могу просто. Так. А где он? Это как книга, что ли, или что? Просто дверный ройл добавить и все. Делов-то, блин. Оба-на. Стоп, а где это мы зашли-то? Ах, это мы, понятно. Отсюда же, куда и... Где радиация была. Только ее сейчас там нет. Сиранище.
I remember you. You're back. After all this... Hello there, young lady. You look nice. Can't complain, my friend. You know, not long after they executed Metellus, turns out he was behind Macy's disappearance. They made me Jarl. It was a bit of a shock, to be honest. But I guess they wanted someone who wasn't at all like Metellus. Jarl Galvar. Still sounds strange to me. And I guess I have you to thank for it. If you hadn't freed us from the dwarves' laws, Ulrin could never have overthrown Metellus. So, thanks. I imagine you'll be moving on soon, but you'll always be welcome here. We even kept your chambers exactly as you left them.
Hello there, friend.
А куда он меня ведет-то вообще? Что-то он перед тем, как дверь открылась, он лысым стал. Так, ты где? А, вот ты.
Hey, I know who you are. It's wonderful to see you again.
Ну, а, это теперь тут выход появился. Понятно.
Atreus, there you are. Thank the gods you're all right. What kept you so long?
I know. Sorry, Cass. I lost track of time again. It's just that this city is so amazing. You have to come down with me and see it for yourself. I promise. It's perfectly safe.
Well, all right. But first, let me thank our friend. Thank you so much for bringing him back in one piece. I really thought I'd lost him. I can't thank you enough. Now, I promised you a reward.
Талисман
This is
добавили.
something I always carry with me, and it's become very dear to me. I'd like you to have it. Thanks again. My brother and I are in your debt.
Талисман и все это, то есть аддон закончен, а талисман мне дали. А, вот. Ну, ничего такого особенного совершенно. Это тоже лысая, шлем снимается с головы перед тем, как нажать на это дело. На рычаг. Что тут? Так, ну, на этом я заканчиваю эпизод. Возможно, я попробую другой вариант, другую концовку записать. Посмотрим. Если получится, значит будет она. Не получится, это будет концом. Все.